a big straight right hand again. And it was easy, easy work for Aline Pereira, my word.
You can see how relaxed Aline Pereira is.
Aline Pereira, she's all business.
Alex is very difficult on her, really making sure she improves.
Without a straight right hand, a 1-2, and down goes Lawson. Has one thing in mind, seek and destroy.
Em dizer, vou falar. Vamos tremer. Vim pra ficar. Se eu cheguei até aqui, rapaz. Porque aqui é meu lugar.
According to Las Vegas handicapper Nick Kalakis, Aline Pereira is the underdog tonight. Tiffany VanSoest about a 2.5 to 1 favorite. How does she beat the odds?
Well, she's got to use her long range, that snapping punches and power she has, and it's about keeping Tiffany at the end of her strikes. Long punches, good front kicks, try to use her knees. But again, Tiffany VanSoest is experienced in 5 rounds, championship fights. So, I mean, Aline Pereira's got to have that brother in her corner to give her that extra confidence tonight. She needs to go to war tonight.
Tiffany VanSoest! Oh, just ate a left kick. And now VanSoest going for that knockout.
Here to present the first ever Glory Women's Belt.
The time bomb just went off. Tiffany VanSoest. I'm gonna talk about you and Pereira not having
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for fight number 3 at Glory 77, and it's time for the Super Bantamweight Championship. 5 rounds of 3 minutes, the battle of the leading ladies. Introducing first, our fighter from the black corner. She is ranked number 2 in the Super Bantamweight division. She holds a professional record of 7 wins, 1 loss, and 2 by knockout. Her height is 5 inches, 8.5 inches tall, and 1.74 meters tall. Her weight is 121.2 pounds and 55.1 kilograms. Representing Brazil, introducing Aline Pereira. And her opponent from the white corner. She holds a professional record of 21 wins, 4 losses, and 6 by knockout. Her height is 5.4 inches and 1.62 meters tall. Her weight is 120.1 pounds or 55.6 kilograms. Representing the United States, introducing and the reigning, defending, and undisputed Super Bantamweight champion of the world, Tiffany VanSoest. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 5 rounds of 3 minutes. And the referee of this match will be Mr. Yusuf Akinik.
Ladies, you know the rules. I want a clear and a fair fight. Obey my commands at all time. Protect yourself at all time. Clear? Touch gloves if you want. Step back.
Aline Pereira has never fought 5 rounds before in his career. Tiffany, because of her Muay Thai background, has had more 5-round fights than she has 3-round fights. The champion in the white gloves, Pereira the challenger in the black. How important is this first round?
Well, I think it's going to be about establishing the range here, and I think Tiffany's going to be playing with how is she going to enter inside. Is it with her feinting, her head movement? See how her kicks are going to land. Where I think Pereira's just going to kind of feel things out, see what the hype is all about.
Just like her brother, that lead leg is there to be kicked.
Yep.
Tiffany's already landed a couple of nice leg kicks. In and out.
And VanSoest talked a lot about hitting the body. She says, I have kick finishes, punch finishes, but she really wants a nice finish to the body. And I mean, I know a lot of talk is on that calf kick, and Tiffany being that shorter fighter, and you know, Pereira having that bladed stance, the calf kick is a very good weapon.
Left hook landing there for the Brazilian. Seemed to back Tiffany off a little bit.
I also like Alina's front kicks. That would be a nice long range technique to keep VanSoest away.
Step back.
Tiffany you would think Tiffany would have the advantage if it goes to the clinch, considering her Muay Thai background, no?
Yeah, you would think so, but the height plays a big difference in the clinch. When you're a taller fighter, you tend to have an advantage in the clinch because you can drop your weights, your elbows a little higher.
But then again, you've got more real estate to be hit with, right? Well, Tiffany's got the whole frame to go
But
at.
the problem is to knee someone who's really tall, it's difficult. So, I mean, if you're the shorter fighter, you kind of want to stay away from the clinch as much as possible.
Straight right hand to the body for Tiffany. Left hook there for Pereira.
Yeah. Tiffany's adding some different angles, though. She's trying to throw that lead hand on an up angle.
Well, Tiffany tried to set up that overhand right, just missed.
Yeah. Again, being the shorter fighter, the overhand is a nice shot. Dip your head off center line and just kind of loop that right hand.
Ooh, nice entry there by VanSoest.
Yeah, we've seen VanSoest nasty with that right hand against Esma Haas, where it was just good power. Now that's her time bomb shot right there.
You saw a quick shot there of the middleweight champion and interim light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira. He'll be fighting in our main event tonight. Spinning back fist there by Tiffany. Pereira trying to rack up some late points here in round 1.
Yep, she came in, she threw that power. I mean, she now felt Tiffany VanSoest, so let's see what she does as the fight progresses.
And we've never been in a 5-round fight before. Perhaps maybe Pereira came out a little too slow, too conservative.
Well, I mean, being 5 rounds, I think she's being extra cautious about the output, you know, like for being her first 5-rounder, so I get it. So let's look at some of the keys here. For the champ, Tiffany VanSoest, she has to use that experience as you're seeing now and her footwork, little subtle angles, and to get inside against the taller fighter, she's got to use her feint and angles. Where Pereira, she's got to use her distance control, long range attacks. That's front kicks, jabs, straight punches, manage her distance. And when she has the opportunity, she needs to land those power shots to get Tiffany to respect her. You see all about Tiffany trying to change angles. She came in with an up jab, but Pereira came in with a nice counter left hook. Yeah, just like her brother, that counter left hook. Very good shot.
Round 2 scheduled for 5 for the Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. Tiffany VanSoest in the white gloves trying to retain her title after just beating Anissa Mexen to win that bout in her last fight.
Yep, now Tiffany was trying to play with shifting. Started as a southpaw, then she's trying to step forward into orthodox to land her power shot. That's called shifting.
Step back.
And already more aggression in round 2 from Pereira.
Yep, see those little feints and head movements from Tiff. That's what she's got to do. See what shot Pereira's looking for, get offline and attack.
Wait, no. Don't throw. Fight!
Would you like to see Pereira perhaps try and be the aggressor instead of fighting on the back foot?
Yeah, I would like to see her kind of paw a little bit more with that jab. Have a little bit more of a threatening jab because there's not enough straight attacks to keep VanSoest from attacking. So feint the jab, pump the jab, and then set up the right hand or her kicks off of the jab.
Pereira's done a couple of those high kicks that have missed by like 2 feet.
Yeah, not being set up the best, but that's also Tiffany's good eyes, her good distance control that makes Pereira miss so much.
This is just Pereira's 3rd fight in glory. She's got a world title bout. And that shot from Tiffany hurt Pereira, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, and there's that level change Tiff's been talking about. Head, body, head attacking.
Joe, you have some similarities with Pereira considering you didn't have much experience at all when you came to glory. You got a title shot in, what, your 6th fight?
Yeah, I mean, I came in with glory with only like 7 professional fights, similar to Pereira, and both moved up pretty quick. And she's holding her own right now, but I just think she needs a little bit more activity, a little bit more pop.
Tiffany looks very comfortable in there right now.
Yep, just... Yeah, I think 3 of her last 5 fights were against Anissa Mexen, so she's probably just thrilled to have a different opponent in front of her.
You can see Alex, her brother, already has his hands wrapped.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. To just think that you're watching your sister fight and have to go back. I couldn't even watch fights before the fight, never mind my sister fighting. That just shows you the strong mentality that they have.
Coming up, the first fight of the 4-man, 1-night heavyweight tournament. It'll be Rico and Hesty Gerges right out of the gate. Swing and a miss again. Tiffany just too fast.
And Tiffany going to the bodies with that right hand, which I like because she's trying to land that overhand right. So if you're trying to land a nice overhand right, mixing the right hand to the body is a good setup.
Seems like Pereira's turning her head to get away from some of those strikes.
Yeah, that's kind of how, because they rely on their head movement for defense, they kind of slip and roll punches. But she
Heading into round 3. Again, this is a title fight, so it's scheduled for 5 rounds. How do you think it's going so far?
Well, I think Tiffany's up 2 rounds to 0. I think she's able to pick her strikes, feel comfortable, evade. I feel that Pereira just needs to lay it out a little bit more.
For the second round, the first round was close. Second round dominated by VanSoest from a strikes landed perspective.
I think that first round was just Tiffany trying to get comfortable and feeling out the range. And once she's found her eyes and her distance control, she can put her combinations together, and that's what she's doing. That lead hand feinting for Tiffany, and then going. But I like those calf kicks. If you're going to stop someone who moves, kick the legs.
VanSoest is a technician in there. Would Pereira be better off just trying to turn this into a street fight?
Yeah, I think she needs to push Tiffany back a little bit, kind of get her moving backwards, because Tiffany's able to right now hit and evade, and Pereira's allowing her to do that. So kind of maybe mix things up, pressure a little bit more. Could play better for her.
So far, VanSoest has completely neutralized the Brazilian.
Yep, they're just all in her eyes and distance control. Hit, move, look, she just slipped out of range. If she can't get out of range, she gets on the inside and does some work.
We'll see if Pereira could perhaps push Tiffany back into a corner so Tiffany can't get out of range.
Another good shot for Pereira would be on the exit, like those long straight punches as Tiffany's backing out. Kind of step in deep and try to land that nice 1-2.
Action.
Yeah. Tiffany's backing her up with that pressure.
What do you make of the body language from Pereira when she's absorbing strikes?
Yeah, it's not looking confident. I think that body work from Tiff is starting to add up. It looks like a lot of those shots when they land to the body, she's kind of making like a little face to it.
Sometimes your best defense is offense. Pereira's got to get those hands busier.
Break, step back.
Is it just me, or does Pereira look like she's just kind of running out of ideas?
Yeah, she's just not throwing enough. She's not putting enough output to get anything really going. She's waiting for Tiffany too long. It almost looks like a survival tactic more than I'm here to win. Again, fatigue could be a factor as well.
Well, she's still got 2 more rounds to go. Hopefully fatigue's not too big of a factor.
Stop.
Respira, respira. Bora. Bora. Isso, vamos lá, respira. Bora, respirou. Bora, mais uma. Tá, beleza, tem mais 2 rounds, certo? O que tá faltando? Técnica você tem, tá faltando atitude. Tá faltando atitude, beleza? Não tem mais o que falar. Tá faltando atitude.
Go for the body all the time. She start now. Catch your breath. If you can't punch, you can kick with the straight move, kick. The exchange 1-2. Bingo. I can tell you that because she asked for it. She's moving to her left to that direction. Check it out.
Keep in mind, Aline Pereira has never fought past 3 rounds in her professional career. This is a first for her. Joe, what does she have to do at this point to get back into this fight?
She just needs to fight. I mean, don't overthink, don't react, just go. I mean, react, instinct, just go forward. Put some punches together and not think too much. Like that. There you go. She landed a right hand there without overthinking.
Tiffany running away with the strikes landed. Pereira's got to do something. Who knows, maybe a couple judges gave her round 1. She has to at least hope so.
I even like with Pereira, like if Tiffany kicks, maybe drive one of those long straight punches down the pipe. She has to find a way to slow Tiffany down.
There you go.
That's
push it forward.
Yeah.
There's the 1-2. And while Pereira has not been in a 5-rounder before, she caught her with a left hook, but then Tiffany answers with a high kick.
Yeah, see, this is the fight. She's got to go in there and scrap. The perfect shot's not going to be there. Go and create something like that. Beautiful. Tiffany's too smart for those to land, though.
But back to the story, Pereira's never fought 5 rounds, but she said, listen, I have fought 3 fights in one night, so I know how to reserve my cardio.
Step back.
You can hear Pereira, the older brother, encouraging Aline to go forward, throw punches.
Break, break. Step back.
Nice body kick from VanSoest, and that brought the right arm of Pereira down. That kick may have hurt the Brazilian.
Yeah, beautiful setup. Jab to get the elbows up and then just drop that body kick right underneath. Now to the other side. That's experience.
Yeah, Tiffany's just trying to paint a picture, create a masterpiece. Pereira starting to shrink up against the ropes.
Break. Step back, step back.
Very intelligent style of strike selection for Tiff, and attacking the legs, finding the body, going left and right.
Tiffany moving forward again.
Even switching stances, everything. She's doing everything well.
Break. Step back.
You got Pereira really relying on those 2 snapping punches. I mean, maybe putting things into combination a little bit more. Maybe after that 1-2, follow the left hook, because Pereira has landed that left hook a couple times, and she almost did there.
Break. Action.
Or maybe even putting some kicks behind those long punches.
Stop.
We apologize for some issues we're having with tonight's stream, and for those of you watching on Fight TV, we've extended the time allowed for you to rewatch this event to 7 full days, so you've got a week to rewatch this card. We appreciate your patience.
You see Tiffany really getting aggressive in these combinations. You know, Pereira is trying. She's getting inside, throwing it, but I just think Tiff's management of distance, her strike selection is on tonight. I mean, there's subtle angles. She rips the body, goes back upstairs, and just ties Pereira up, not giving her much offense.
This is the 5th and final round. Do you think Pereira's got to get a KO here?
Time.
Yeah, it's all about Pereira needing a KO. I think Tiffany went away with every round here. So I think Pereira needs a nice, strong finish here if she's going to get this belt.
Break. Step back, step back.
Look at the body punches, Joe. 25 landed for VanSoest, just 3 for Pereira.
And that's not even talking about the body kick she was landing. And there we go. I mean, beautifully set up.
I asked you before this fight, was VanSoest too much too soon? What say you now?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to think though. There's just a big gap in the experience. I don't think she's necessarily that much better. I think Pereira can get to this level. It just needs a little bit more time. I mean,
only 8 pro fights and not an extensive amateur career either. Tiffany's basically been fighting bouts since she was in her teens as a karate fighter.
And I mean, it seems like even with the pandemic and stuff, Pereira's been only training with her brother, which isn't really fair. She's always on the receiving end of things. I just think she'll learn so much from this.
It's hard for her to get sparring and training partners in Brazil. She has to fight her brother and other male opponents.
Step back. Break. Break. No action after the break.
But who knows, maybe a young girl in Brazil is watching right now.
Yep.
And says, hey, this is what I want to do.
And Pereira's throwing everything behind the 1-2.
Break. Break.
And I always say at the highest level, if you're going to throw 1-2s, maybe throw them at different angles, different timings. You can't just throw that consistent 1-2. An experienced fighter reads that really quickly.
Looked like a knee landed inside for VanSoest. Joe, she looked fantastic in her last fight against Anissa Meksen. Again, not much to criticize her about tonight either, right?
No, not much at all. I think I was just a little bit more impressed with Tiff's ability to attack the body. There she's trying to play with a little bit of a Philly shell. She's comfortable.
And Pereira was so one-dimensional with just throwing punches.
Yeah.
You can't be that one-dimensional against someone like VanSoest.
That's the one thing she's going to learn is how to mix her combinations up a little bit.
And a big right hand for VanSoest, who's going for glory here in the 5th. You know, she would like a finish on her record.
Step back.
Those are some power punches to have that energy in the 5th round. Tiff wants it.
Step back. Break.
Everything works for the time bomb tonight as VanSoest will retain her super bantamweight world title.
Yeah, I mean, she looked incredible. Her ability to switch things up, her dedication, spending 5 weeks in Holland for this camp really paid off for her.
Born in Torrance, California, raised in Riverside. She's been fighting as a professional since the mid-2005, 2006 years. So 16 years fighting professionally for VanSoest. Pereira just now 9 pro fights, and you can tell in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that difference, and you'll see them in the highlights, the way VanSoest was able to manage distance, use her defense, mix her strikes, mix her levels. She just put on a nice master performance here. I mean, there was good moments for Pereira. Those long punches, she landed some good counter hooks, so I think we're gonna see a lot of learning get developed from Pereira. But VanSoest just on that tear, and she was just comfortable in there. I think she's found this new mindset, this new calmness. I mean, it just showed in the ring, and that's where I think she got her beautiful performance. Just even into that 5th round, like in her pre-fight interview, you usually don't tell your opponent what you want to finish them with, but she was open with it. She said, I want the body. And look at those combinations: jab to the head, cross to the body, hook to the head. I mean, just well done with that subtleties that make fighting so special. Oh, good power, good angles.
Hi, Mom. She's very close to her parents.
Yeah. And even her Dutch heritage, her Oma is in Holland, so winning in Holland is a big thing for her.
Look at those strikes by zone, Joe. 89 of 124 to the body, only 25 landed shots for Pereira in the same range.
Yeah, I mean, that's just experience. To hit the body that much, you got to have that experience. And just as the rounds went on, Tiff got more comfortable and just continued to put her combinations together. Her best round was the 5th round with all that volume.
Round 1 maybe, but the rest pretty much going all to the American, or so we think.
Yep.
Here's the official decision.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 5 exciting rounds in this Glory Super Bantamweight Championship. And now we will have a winner of this contest. And the winner by unanimous decision. And still, the Super Bantamweight Champion of the world, Tiffany "The Time Bomb" VanSoest. And to present the belt, here is Head of Talent Operations Glory, Mr. Robbie Timmers.
That white belt looks really good around the waist of Tiffany VanSoest. This will be her 3rd world title belt she'll get to take home.
And the last one she won it over Anissa Meksen. She looked at her belt and says, I miss you, and she gets to take it home again.
So congratulations to Tiffany and her whole crew. Lucian Carbon has been a big factor in her success.
Oh yeah, I think it's given her that mental confidence that she needed, living in Holland. I mean, she's just, you see her, she's happy, she's got a good mindset, and that good mindset actually portrayed itself in the ring tonight.
So VanSoest improves to 22-4-1 and retains her super bantamweight world title. Coming up later here on Glory 77.
Tiffany, congratulations. You are still the super bantamweight champion. Give us your thoughts on the fight.
Before that, again, I just want to thank my sponsors. It's been a long, hard year without a fight, and I want to thank Monster Energy and Nanocraft CBD for providing for me and supporting me, and also to De Oost Bespoke Tailor in Amsterdam made me a really nice fancy suit I get to wear after this fight. So thank you to my sponsors.
How did you feel about the fight?
How did I feel about
your
the fight?
performance?
You know, it's really good to be back in the ring again after 14 months off. You know, I had a really tough opponent. She absorbed some hard shots. I really wanted to finish the fight with a body shot, so that was the focus. You know, I wasn't able to do that, but within my attempt to do that, I was still able to do enough damage and be dominant and secure a very secure, dominant win.
It was something that Lucien wanted you to do really bad, huh?
Yeah, well, you know, when you fought this long and been in the game this long, winning is the expectation, right? So now at the highest level, you want to try to pick how you're going to win specifically. And for this fight, I don't have a body shot finish on my record, and I really wanted that. And she was the perfect opponent to try to do that, but she was very tough. Much respect to her for being very young and taking this fight. I know it was a big step up and a big opportunity for her, so much respect to my opponent, and I can't wait to see how she progresses in the rankings. But for now, thank you to my team, to Priscilla, to Bree, to Master Carbin, to my friends and family at home, everybody for, you know, sticking with me, supporting me, and helping me to get through camp and to bring home another belt.
Well, you sure did. Congratulations again on a fantastic fight.
Thank you
so
very
much,
much.
Tiffany.